Hello everyone, I am Dr. Meghra Singh Patel, neurologist from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I am here to share some my experience about the epilepsy, and the topic is an important add-on to optimize the epilepsy management. Epilepsy is a very common neurological condition. It is defined as a recurrent epileptic seizures unprovoked by any underlying identifiable cause. So there is unprovoked recurrent epileptic seizure that leads to the diagnosis of epilepsy. Well, it is very much important first to identify that it is a true seizures or it is a epilepsy, and then we have to classify in well basically now it is a two type of epilepsy. We have to classify whether it is a focal onset or a generalized onset, because it help us in the management of the epilepsy to choose a correct drug, and also help in the prognosis of the patient. The focal epilepsy can have a motor onset or non-motor onset, or the motor onset have a patient regain consciousness, and the generalized onset seizure could have a motor onset or non-motor onset. The differentiation is made by the patient history. Patient is sometimes not aware of the episode, so the witness should be there, and the history should be taken by the witness, and what were the symptoms when the seizure were started. We have to ask from the patient that did you remember anything before the onset of the seizure? Did you have any tingling sensation or any stiffness of the limbs, or uh, any thoughts coming in the mind, any gastric sensation? And there are then from the witness we have to ask what about the uprolling of the eyes, or any deviation of the head or neck to any side, and which side of the limb initially become more stiff, and what were the posture of the patient. And there are many more questions. Is the head, what was the duration of the postictal attack, postictal duration, and if the clinical distinction is not possible, then we have different investigations like EEG, brain imaging by CT scan or MRI, and there are advanced investigation like PET scan, SPECT scan, the video is recording, and the goal of this investigation is to differentiate better the seizure or of the focal onset or the generalized onset. Uh, then we have to inquire about the clustering of the episode, the nocturnal episode, or the duration of the postictal stage. And we have also inquire about the if patient have a multiple type of seizures like absence seizures, myoclonic jerks, and GTCS, or atonic seizures. If patient have only one type of seizure or different type of seizure, is there a family history or any previous history of such seizure, what were the patient drugs that were taken, and what were the response, is the compliance was good. There are different questions we have to uh, ask from the patient and the relatives, which will help us in the selection of the drugs, the prognosis, and the long term management of the epilepsy, which is very much important in the case of the epilepsy. For the focal onset, there are different type of drugs which are approved, and commonly are the carbamazepine, oxcarbazepine, and there is levetiracetam, sodium valproate, there is lacosamide, clobazam, There's the newer drugs, brivaracetam and parampanel. And for the generalized onset, the drugs commonly approved or the first line drugs are sodium valproate, levetiracetam, clobazam, topiramate, and that's some newer drug like brivaracetam, the analog of levetiracetam, then zonisamide, parampanel in rare cases. So there are different drug, and we have to choose the correct dose of the drug according to patient weight, and proper medicine should be selected in the individualized basis, because of the different patient profile and the drug profile. There is a side effect of the drug, or because the drug has to be taken for the long time, so the antiepileptic drug have a different side effects. Side effects could be weight gain or skin reaction, cognitive decline, psychiatric manifestation. There are different drug have a different side effect. So we have to choose according to the patient profile. For the women of the childbearing age, we should avoid the drugs which causes the teratogenicity, like a high dose of sodium valproate, phenytoin, or carbamazepine. In female with childbearing age, the levetiracetam and the lamotrigine, these drugs are more safer, and the low dose sodium valproate, if it is essential, can be given. And it is very important from the beginning to keep the watch on the how the patient responded from the drugs. If it is the seizure are not controlled by the single drugs, then we have to uh, take a quick decision about the early add-on of drugs which are approved. Like in case of focal onset seizure, the lacosamide is a wonderful drug. When we added it early, the response rate is very good, and there is very less side effect, and the long-term compliance is good. And we can add lacosamide to the any drugs like levetiracetam, like sodium valproate, or carbamazepine, oxcarbazepine. And the early add-on has a very much advantage, because the two drug have a different mechanism of action, and they have a synchronized effect in the seizure control, and given in the low dose they have a less side effect as compared to the single drug which in very high dose causes the much side effect. And we have a very early decision to add a second drugs. And then if the seizure is not controlled, then we can add another drugs. Then we have to look for the patient compliance, because sometimes the patient compliance is also not good. The drug has to be taken for the long time, and patient sometimes forget to take drug, and we have to ensure the patient should be take the regular drug. Along with, there are some triggering for the seizure, some trigger factors, and the counseling is very much important. Like, patients should avoid uh, any sleep deprivation. The sleep should be very much regular. Second thing is, the patient should avoid any addiction like alcohol. Alcohol is causes seizure, reduce the seizure threshold and causes the seizures. And some drugs should be avoided like quinolones. In patient of seizures, the quinolones also reduces the seizure threshold and causes the seizures. And the overall prognosis of the seizures is good. Almost 60 to 70% cases have a very much control with this single or double antiplatelet therapy. But the almost 30%, 30 to 40% patient have a problem with the seizure control. They need some extra effort to control the seizures. And then we have to uh, do a special investigation, and the different drugs should be tried. And if if seizure are not controlled, then there is option of epilepsy surgery or vagus nerve stimulation and ketogenic diet. There are different strategy for the refractory seizures which can be chosen. But in the 60 to 70% cases, the seizure is well controlled with the anti-epileptic drugs. So the diagnosis is important, the focal or generalized onset is important, and then the selection of the drug is important, and the add-on of the drug is very much important. Thank you very much.